Hey everybody, welcome back to another deck profile Friday. Pretty stoked on this one here, as while we're obviously waiting for some more some Black Bolt and White Flare results to come out, and I'm still kind of not really too sure on what decks to make, what decks to play, and I've still basically been playing, my usual Zosh and Matang. I just wanted to revisit a format that, I thought was actually really fun. There was a lot of the decks that were the same, right? That, a lot of the decks that basically played the Atelion engine and then just changed out the main attacker. Whether it be, Jolteon, VMAX, or Dragapult VMAX, or Ice Rider Calyrex VMAX, right? All those decks, right? They basically played the same, Inteleon line. And, this is actually one of those decks, but it's not like a VMAX deck, right? And I figured, since I had some decks that didn't have Inteleon, like I have Single Strike Urshifu Umbreon, which didn't require Inteleon. I have Zosh and Zamazenta that didn't require Inteleon. I wanted to make a deck that actually featured Inteleon in it, and was actually quite a good deck. So I'm talking about the Sword and Shield to Evolving Skies format, which is, like I said, in some of my previous videos, it's a really fun format. And one of the funnest decks to play was Suicune, basically with Inteleon and Ludicolo, right? So this, Suicune Ludicolo, and this deck was extremely fun. So anyway, on to the deck profile. So we have Force Suicune V is the main attacker of the deck, with Blizzard Rondo, 20 plus 20 more damage for each bench, right? So 220 just with 5 bench. If you're playing against Eternatus, then you're hitting for 280 with 5 bench on your side and then 8 on theirs. So pretty cool. And then we got the Ludicolo line. So 2 of those, 1 Lombre, and then 2 Lotad, right? So this is really cool here, this line, right? And it's got some cool tricks, right? So Lotad here is actually pretty good. It's got Call for Family, search for up to 2 basic Pokemon and put them onto your bench. So really consistent that way. Lombre's got the interesting top entry ability. Once during a turn, if you drew this Pokemon at the beginning of your turn, you may put it onto your bench if it's not full. So basically, you're allowed, you don't need to rare candy from a Lotad to a Ludicolo, right? You can just naturally evolve it. And just with ease, right? And then you have the Ludicolo there, which is actually really good, with the Enthusiastic Dance, which basically lets you do 100 damage more when evolving, right? And that's really big because on those against those decks with the 5 bench, right? You're hitting for 220. Well, that puts you up to 320, and that basically knocks out a lot of the VMAXs out there. Barring some have 330 HP, and some are a little bit higher, like 340, right? So Single Strike Urshifu, for example, has 330, and then Eternatus also has 340. So it just puts you, closer and closer to those numbers, right? So pretty cool. And then we also have the Inteleon line. So we got 2 of these ones. The quick shooting. One of this one, the shady dealings. And then we got 4 Drizzle. Man, this card here is one of the best cards in the game that I've ever seen. I wish we had this right now. This would have been so much fun. And then 4 Sobble. So Sobble there, it's got that keep calling attack, which basically lets you search for 3 rapid strike Pokemon. Put them onto your bench, which is cool. Drizzle there, shady dealings. Search your deck for a trainer card and put it into your hand. So a really good card. You can search it, like an evolution card, right? Like evolution incense, or you can search it like a basic searching card, like quick ball or even level ball, which actually allows you to grab, stage 1s as well, because their guts 90 hit points or less. Pretty cool. The shady dealings Inteleon is basically a double Drizzle. It lets you search for 2 trainer cards. So that rare candy and scoop up net to reuse a Ludicolo, right? Providing you have 2 Lotad in play, right? That's a really good combo. And then the quick shooting Inteleon is to deal extra damage. 1 quick shooting, it's an extra 2 damage counter. So that lets you hit some actually really good numbers as well, right? So yeah, that's the Pokemon line. Really cool, really simple. And yeah, this is definitely one of the best decks for the Sword and Shield 2 Evolving Skies format. So definitely give it a try. And yeah, that's the Pokemon line. So trainers, we got lots of trainers. One of the best supporters in the game is Melanie, right? You're going to see that card more commonly seen with Ice Red or Calyrex VMAX. With Max Lance there, discard up to 2 water energy. It does 120 more for each discarded, right? Max at basically 250. Double boss, right? Pretty much a gust of wind, right? 2 Marnie, right? Another good draw supporter. And then probably the best draw supporter in the game, which is Professor's Research. Right there. So yeah, that one's really, really good. Discard your hand, draw 7 cards. Nice come from behind supporter in Raihan, right? Attach a basic energy card from your discard pile to one of your Pokemon. If you do, search your deck for a card put into your hand. So this card's basically always been kind of a tech 1 of, sometimes a 2, but more often a 1 of in a deck. That's it for the supporters. On to the trainers. We got 4 Evolution Incense. Search an evolution card, right? So this just makes it really consistent. We got 4 level ball, basically to search out, those 90 hit point or less Pokemon. So basically it searches out Sobble, Lotad, Drizzle, and Lombre. Doesn't get you Inteleon, Ludicolo, or Suicune. We got 4 Quick Ball, right? Another really good trainer, right? This deck is super consistent between the 4-4-4 split, right? Yeah, and also, yeah, it puts a card into the discard. So if you're able to discard a water energy, then you can just Melanie it back, right? And get some draw. 2 Capacious Bucket. Search for 2 water energy cards, put in your hand. Cape of Toughness. Plus 50 to the basic Pokemon it's attached to. And as long as it's not a GX. So, yeah, so Sword and Shield to Evolving Skies. Great format and no GXs. 2 rare candies, right? So, yeah, rare candies, rare candy. 2 scoop up nets, right? Basically just a scoop up. And then our last card for our trainers is a escape rope. So, yeah, like I said, this is super consistent, right? And that's just the way we wanted to play the deck. And that's why I like the format. It's just really consistent. And, yeah, basically the only thing that changes is the Pokemon that's your main attacker, right? As the Inteleon engine is staying for the most part. So, yeah, decks that don't have Inteleon, obviously Eternus, Single Strike Urshifu, Zosh and Zamazenta, and then I believe as well Shadow Rider Calyrex VMAX is not played. So that's another option, right? Trainer cards, yep. And then our energies, right? So energies are pretty easy. Right, it's a water deck, so we play water energies. And then just for some more added consistency, 3 capture energies, right? And this basically, when you play it, you can search out a basic and put it onto your bench. So that's just really good. And like I said, this deck is basically all about consistency, and we just want to be able to set up, do our thing, and just hit with some good damage. So, yeah, there you go, everybody. That is the Sword and Shield 2 Evolving Skies, Suicune, Ludicolo, right? Ludicolo. There's our Inteleon, and then there's our Suicune here. So super fun, and yeah, I'd definitely give the deck a try. And if you're interested in playing the format, right, I like to go back and play it just because I just found it a lot of fun. So yeah, there you go, everybody. And yeah, we'll hopefully get once I actually get some more Black Bolt, White Flare staples and all that stuff, right, I'll hopefully be able to build some new decks for that, for current standard, right? And yeah, we'll go from there. So, but yeah, there you go, everybody. Thank you so much for watching, and once again, see you in the next video.